Steve, thank you. Up here in NorCal, it's another scorcher. Heat advisory, in fact, in Menlo Park for round 2 of the Fortinet Founders Cup. We're in between San Francisco and San Jose. Gorgeous golf course, Sharon Heights Golf and Country Club, hosting this event for the very first time, honoring the 13 legends who created the LPGA Tour back in 1950. Stronger than ever. Grant Boone, Morgan Pressel, Karen Stupples, and the legend of Los Gatos. A local legend, Kay Cockrell, out on the golf course. And we're at the 8th, and Karen Stupples is with this group that includes nasahataoka.
A fairway wood to the front bunker and then had a really good up and down. So all in all, she can be very happy with that. It's been a little bit of an up and down day for NASA. There's been some good, some bad as it approaches the hole.
Like the 63 we saw from Hyojoo yesterday.
Kay is watching Hyojookim, and look where she's aiming here, Kay.
A nearly impossible putt. I mean, a good 5 feet of break right to left and so fast.
I've seen her make some really good putts, Morgan. She's pretty solid in this department.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite putting strokes, but for a good putter to be on greens that are this pure.
Today, and world number 1 jeenothitikul making the turn, and she's made a big move today. Bogeyed the first, Morgan, but 5 birdies since.
She's shown her mental strength and really fought back nicely. This 10th hole has been tricky today for the entire field. This could get down and right behind that big tree. It's playing, I mean, almost 2/10 of a stroke over par as a par 5.
A really nice tee shot from Hyejinchoi at the 8th. This for birdie.
And this one's going to move left as well. This one's going to want to die in from about 5 o'clock.
And 2 putts there. Pretty good from that spot. So it hasn't been quite Hyojoo's day like it was yesterday, but she remains in front by 1. Gabby Lopez is going to join us a little later. She shot 70, and Nelly Corda among those giving chase. The Fortinet Founders Cup, honoring those greats and those who have followed in their footsteps. Let's look at some of the action, Morgan, from earlier. Gino, as we mentioned, a bogey to start, but got hot in a hurry.
She bounced right back, showed that mental toughness with birdies in 4 of her next 5 holes.
Including there at the 6th. For her, she's an Inkster Award winner. Like Julie, went to San Jose State. You know minjeelee. This for birdie at 5.
Had an early 3-putt bogey, but bounces back with birdies here and then again on number 6.
Great field, 3-time major champ Minjee. Well, this is one of the shots of the day. The second for Hyejin at the 5th.
Been the easiest hole in the golf course today. This was a 6-iron into this par 5. Sensational. It's an easy hole, but not that easy.
Virtual tap-in eagle for Hyejinchoi. This maosaigo at the 9th for birdie. A major champion last year. She'll be the defending champ at a new golf course at the Chevron Championship, Memorial Park down in Houston.
I mean, I kind of see a player like Mao, like Hyojoo, like Hyejin.
Looking to land this just a couple paces on, a little right of the flag.
She wants to carry or land directly into to bounce up.
Playing this plenty safe to the right. Wow, and I tell you what, with this warm air, Morgan, the balls are just flying, and then, of course, they're hitting and releasing very firmly on the greens right now.
I mean, that's 2 holes in a row. She hasn't come really close to the distance where she wants to hit it.
Minjee for birdie is leave her with a tap-in for par. All right, so Hyojookim leading it by 1. Gabby Lopez. Terrific couple of days. She'll join us in a bit.
Are the one that determine the scores, you know, on the field. So For sure, you have to be very, very strategic on where you want to see the ball, and you got to be very, very conservative in certain shots and then aggressive. Like in this one, you can't really be too aggressive because you have a bunker and it's not going to spin back, right? And when you trust your game, it's so much easier to be patient, right?
Interesting.
So sometimes it's easy to just get away from the impatience.
That would explain my impatience. Okay, the second for Hyojoo at 17. Chance to save par. Hyojookim, who's won over today after the 63 Thursday, has this to save par. And now Gabby Lopez, our guest, is tied for the lead. Yeah. All right, keep it going. Here is jeenothitikul, this for birdie.
And I believe in myself. I believe that I can rise to the occasion.
She has slain some giants for sure. Here is hyejinchoi. This would be a spiffy par.
Just hammered that one right through the break.
And this is to take the lead outright.
Hyojoo getting off to a tough start here. It's really narrowed this leaderboard.
We talked about aditiashok and her terrific start to this second round. She's at the 11th. 5 under on her round today. How about 6?
To bring it back towards where the hole is located today in a slight bit of a funnel or a valley in the middle of this green. Ball a little bit above her feet, so drawing it.
Pretty sporty. This is the 11th in Lydiako, but it's her 3rd after her tee shot was errant.
We've said it all week. It's just, you gotta find the fairway here to have any chance, even if going for the green would nearly hold it out.
I'm going to guess she putts it. Stay tuned. Here's the goose, nataliyaguseva. This for par at the 10th.
Because this 10th hole has been so tough to find the fairway today. Playing significantly over par for a par 5. Tough hole location as well to get it close if you're not able to go for the green from that.
Jeenothitikul now with 8 career victories in her young career. This for birdie. And she's watching as Hyojookim has this for eagle.
Yeah, a good look at eagle uphill. And she handled that really nicely. Just going to leave herself a tap-in guaranteed birdie.
Helped to orchestrate there last night, Kay. It was a lot of fun, as those two always are.
Always. Here's Dong.
Very insightful.
Yeah. The leader, Dong-un Lee. Wow, that was for par. And
3 paces if you're really stretching it to cover from that front bunker. I mean, it's a pretty tight shot there. And so, and then it's all downslope from that bunker to the flag, which is why Hyejin's to be a winner. And it just flummoxed me why she hasn't got a trophy yet. And every time I watch her, I try and figure it out. Why? What's the missing piece of the equation? It has to happen at some point, doesn't it? Because she's so good.
You would certainly think so, but more often than not, it's what you can't see. Karen, what's going on in between your ears?
boy, if you're a fan of Yukasaso, you had to just hurt for her last year as she went through one of the worst seasons you'll ever see from a great player, and she is great. Now we're seeing her come back. Yesterday shot a sub-70 round for the first time in a year, working on another one now. To the tee at the 11th Jinheeim.
She has a bit of a draw going today, so expect this one to start down the right side and draw round that left bunker. Ooh, and this one started out right. Don't see it drawing much.
Ooh, just...
I might get just lucky here.
Ooh.
Gonna just hold on. It's going to be quite a hanging lie.
Another par test here for Aditi.
Keep that clean scorecard going.
Some similarities with Hyoju and Aditi. Not getting it done with length, either one of them, but straight. Here for par at 16.
You know, she was a couple behind to start the day today, but now seeing her name really right there with the chance, a couple of squirrely shots. At one point was in the lead on her own, so it's a funny thing.
Certainly a really good opportunity for 2 birdies in a row. Not much to this putt.
Kick left, she'll have that for par. Here is Minjeelee. This is at 14 to get it back to 4 under. And she played last week back home. The Australian Open, formerly an LPGA event. Be great to get the LPGA back there, down under, in the future. Right, back to the tee at the 13th, and Yamashita.
She doesn't have quite the height to land this softly and get it to stop.
And from off the green at the 15th, Minjeelee. Flag stick out. Ball in. And Minjee joins the group at 5. I mean, it is... We need an entire separate page here. We have...
2 holes in a row. She's holed a putt from just off the fringe.
A dozen players at -5.
On the day to potentially tie that number.
Lydia can't afford to drop a shot, and she won't at 16. Vintage Lydia. Under par and up by 3. Minjeelee making a little surge here in the late afternoon swelter.
Hard to see with the bright sunshine and dark shade on this green. That took a softer bounce than some we've seen use that left side. This is Natasha coated.
Look out.
Very similar journey, slightly different result, but still respectable.
I wish Natasha would have been in here so we could see her reaction. Those have been priceless. Jeenothitikul at the 17th used the contours well, gives herself a chance at another birdie.
Way there relative to the tee, and you hit up and over a hill, so hard to see. Just got to pick your target and commit to it.
All right, Minjee, I like your chances for a 3rd straight birdie. Yeah. 3 bogeys, but now 5 birdies on the scorecard. Joins Nelly Corda and Minjee's countrywoman, Karis Davidson, the Aussie, -6. A couple of others there as well. At the 18th, Aditiashok doesn't have a lot of putts for Eagle, one of the shorter hitters, but has one here at 18. Good day for Aditi, 66.
Slow putt up across that green, but what a position she's in for the weekend. Potentially still looking for that first victory.
I've given that one to her, by the way. She hasn't finished it. I like her chances. Here's Minjee for 4 in a row. Minjee, come on. Look at this run. And the 18th to come.
Easiest holes on the course to finish. This is just making that stretch look pretty easy. It is not.
What jet lag? Came from Australia last week. Here's Hyejinchoi at 16.
Nothing gets out of sync or out of sorts. Such a good rhythm.
So Hyoju, a major champ, multiple wins. Minjeelee, 3 major titles to her credit. Gabby, 3 wins. In her LPGA career, Nelly, of course, 7 wins a couple of years ago and already a win this year. But you've got some rookies in there. Dong-eun Lee, among them from Korea. She had to lead briefly. Gino's worked her way up. Carla Tejeda from Spain, a rookie out here. Southern Californian Ryan O'Toole kept her card at Q School late last year, and she's had a couple of good days. Gino bogeyed her first, 6 birdies since, and this second at the 18th.
This has been taking some really big bounces when it lands just towards the front of this green, except for Gino's.
Yeah, right on cue, the opposite. She joined us as a bespectacled teenager in the LPGA Tour, now married, making her home up here in the Bay Area for a lot of her year. 2 putts to make the cut.
Ton of break. Make a right turn in the middle of the putt here.
That's still rolling.
Just always trying to find ways to get a little bit better. Thinking about Lydia's career as a whole, it's been pretty spectacular.
And she has a couple of weekend tee times with that par save in Vegas the week after. All right, we have dispatched Karen Stupples to chase in Minjeelee here.
Her tee shot found the right fairway bunker, so I could only pitch out and had left for that.
That's where we've seen a lot of people end up through the green in 2.
Looks like it's going to stay at even. And how about the 4th shot here, Karen from Minjee?
Oh, it's really difficult. The lie is all right. It's in an area that everybody walks off the back of this green, so the grass has been flattened down. But it's kind of sitting down in, I guess you'd call it a heel print, or... So it's not a great lie, but it's not a bad lie. It's one of those kind of average. It's below her feet, but that's all the good news. The bad news is that this green is seriously undulated from the back to the front. Lots of slope, and it's going to move to the right once it hits the green. Some creativity in play here, hopefully.
Almost was trying to get it to slow down by using the fringe.
At the 8th, Yeoju.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty accurate shot.
Trying to use that backstop. Is her own pitch mark in the way?
Oh, and alongside Sharon Heights Golf and Country Club. Finishing up the 18th with Minjeelee looking on, it is Nataliyaguseva.
Just another tricky putt from the back of this green. I mean, severe slopes to the right, and it was downhill, but it's very difficult to judge.
That putt to make the cut for Natalia. Minjeelee with 4 straight birdies. You thought, great chance here at the par 5 18th, reachable to maybe get another one, but this is going to be for par.
Well, she really pushed it to try and make another birdie by taking a really tight line with the bunker on the right, and it just caught her out. But this putt, uphill, moving left.
Incredible to think she was the 6th worst putter in terms of strokes gained putting 2 years ago. 2nd best last year. Yes, the long putter helped, but a lot of hard work with it, Morgan.
Oh, the long putter really just gave her a lot of confidence. I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on the rest of your game. I mean, we've talked about endlessly about what a great iron player and ball striker she is, but that puts so much pressure on the rest of your game when you're not putting well. I mean, Sharon Heights has shown beautifully. It's a great test of golf. Excited to see what the weekend brings. Wonderful leaderboard we have heading into the final 2 days.
Gino and Nelly, world numbers 1 and 2. Minjeelee number 4 in the world. right on their heels as well.